The last topic of the chapter is economic life. At first, the Aryans were nomadic people who often moved from place to place. So at first the Aryans were the nomadic people, that means tribal people, and they often used to move from one place to another for shelter, food, and so on. Later they began to lead a settled life. So at first they were the tribal people or the nomadic people, but later on they tried to settle their life in a particular place. The cow was considered very valuable and was mark of wealth. So they used to respect the cow and they consider cow as very valuable and was marked as a wealth. The king gifted cows to priests. So the king used to gift cows to priests or pandits. The early Vedic people seem to have known about agriculture. So during the early Vedic period, the people who belonged in the early Vedic period, they had known about the agricultural procedure. The plough, which was possibly made of wood, is mentioned in the Rig Veda. So the cultivation method or the about the using the plough was mentioned in the Rig Veda. The early Vedic farmer had knowledge of the different seasons and their effects on agriculture. So the early Vedic period farmers, they had knowledge about the different seasons, just like winter, summer, monsoon, spring, and so on, and their effects on the agriculture. The Rig Vedic also mentioned different artisans and craftsmen, including chariot maker, weaver, leather worker, and potter. So in the Rig Veda also different kinds of people or their occupation is mentioned, that is chariot makers, weavers, leather workers, and potters. Metal workers produce weapon and other objects of copper and bronze. So the metal workers used to make different types of weapons and other objects which was made up of copper and bronze. The villages were self-sufficient during this period. So during the early Vedic period, the Aryans villages were self-sufficient. That means whatever they required in their daily activities, that was there in their life. So they were self-sufficient. So this is all about the economic life during the early Vedic period.